Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to day 18 of Ramadan with Hayat Academy. This is your Tafsir session. We are doing Surah Al-Mulk, and today, inshallah, we will look into verse number 18. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير. Those who came before them also gave the light to the messengers. Then how awesome my punishment will be, or how awesome my punishment is. So this verse is a very short verse, and this comes as a conclusion to the topics that we were dealing with in the previous verses, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was giving us the warning that how would it be when Allah will cause the earth to swallow us when it violently shakes, or how will it be when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause the wind to blow and cause a storm of stones to happen, and we will all perish. So this verse is the conclusion of that, and Allah is telling directly the primary recipients of this message are the people of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, that Allah is telling that if you are denying the message of Prophet Muhammad, then you are not the only ones who are doing it. People before you have done that. And he's concluding it by saying, فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ, how is my punishment? And we will come, inshallah, look in detail about the word nakir. But before that, let us talk about what this kadhaba is actually. And kadhaba, we know, is when you make something a lie. And when you make something a lie, you have to know the truth. And the people of Arabia, the primary recipients of the message of the Quran, knew that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had such a life that he never even told a word of lie. They knew that he was al-Amin, he was the truthful. So they know that the message of Islam is the truth in their heart. But for their vested interests, they made him a lie. So Allah is telling, look at the people who were before you, the people whom you are familiar with. For example, the people of Salih alayhi salam, the Thamud, the Aad, the people of Hud alayhi salam, and people of Shu'aib alayhi salam, the people of Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam. All these they're very familiar with. And at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was a group of people in Arabia. They were known as the Hanifs, or the ones who followed the path of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. They used to believe in one God. So they are familiar with these prophets, and they are familiar with the teachings of these prophets. And during their journeys to Syria and their journeys to Yemen, they go through these places where there were settlements or the remnants of the punishments that happened to people who came before them. So Allah is asking a question to them, that when they also denied the messengers that came to them, and look at them now. And what happened to them? They were all punished. And you do not see any of them anymore. But you go through the remnants of their mighty homes and their vast buildings and structures that they have created. But their memory is no more. So if you deny the message of the Quran, if you deny the message of Prophet Muhammad, you will be also meeting the similar end. And Allah is asking the question, فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ, and it's a direct question to the readers of the Quran. How is my punishment? How you saw them being punished? How do you think it is? None of them are left over. You do not see the people of Salih alayhi salam walking around with you. You do not see the people of Shu'aib alayhi salam walking around with you. They are all perished. They all denied their prophets, and they are all gone. They are not even in your memories. And this is going to happen to us if we deny. The word used is nakir. Nakir is a word which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses several times in the Quran in different forms. Sometimes like munkar, meaning wrongdoing or wrongdoer. Then also Inna ankar al-aswati la sawt al-hamir. Ankar, the harshest of the voice, is the braying of the donkey, is used in the Quran, where the word is ankar, meaning harsh, or sometimes it is used to say something being denied or rejection. And here also it is similar to rejection. فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرٌ. When I deny you or when I reject you, how will it be? Because you denied the messengers. If I deny you, how will it be? So meaning the denial of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or the rejection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the punishment. Now coming back to our times, how do we deny the message of Islam? Islam is an ideology of values. And Prophet Muhammad SAW was a person who tried to inculcate values into the minds of people. His message was the Quran, as was testified by Aisha radiallahu anha when she said that the life of Prophet Muhammad SAW was Quran. And then people start making things up in the name of Prophet SAW, which are contrary to the teachings of Islam, of the Quran. And this happened at the later times. People denied or made Prophet ﷺ's life a lie when it is going in contrast to the teachings of Quran. And at our times also, we misinterpret, mistranslate, misrepresent Islam and make the teachings of Islam a lie. For instance, Islam is an ideology of values. And there are many laws and rules and regulations in Islam which are quite flexible. But in our times, we see that people have turned the plate and made the rules and regulations of Islam very rigid and the values very flexible. People are not, their souls are not tormented when they're telling lies. They do not feel bad when people cheat each other. Muslims, people who carry the message of Islam, when they cheat each other, when they break their promises, when they tell lies, plain-faced lies, their souls are not tormented, they do not feel bad, they do not have any guilty feeling in them if these values are broken. But the rules and regulations that are quite flexible, and we know we have a big branch of Islam, which is the fiqh, which is the jurisprudence, and it is very flexible, and it is according to person, situations, etc. And if you are not able to do something, khalas, you can take the given excuses. For example, during Ramadan, now we know that we are fasting and somebody is very sick or somebody cannot fast because they are traveling. They do not have to fast on that particular day. They just have to make it up from another day. It is flexible there. But people do not take this flexibilities that are given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will be very rigid in that, but in the values, they will not. They will not pay heed to it. While you are fasting, you are not supposed to quarrel. When somebody is coming to fight with you, you are supposed to keep your mouth closed and say that, Inni sa'im, I'm fasting. This is not paid heed to. Nobody gives attention to this. People fight with each other, even though they're fasting, but they will travel while in a state of fasting. So the values are not taken care of and the rules and regulations are strictly followed. Here, when you take the preferences out of Islam, you're making it a lie. You're misrepresenting Islam. So we have to be careful about misrepresenting the values and the ideology of Islam, the message that was given to us by Quran, and the message that was lived as the example, the best example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we do not do that, we are also taking part in denying or rejecting the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the message of Islam. And then we will also fall into the group of people who are deserving the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is verse number 18. Inshallah, may Allah protect all of us from following the wrong path. May Allah keep us all steadfast in the right path, giving us the ability and the mind to follow the message of Islam in the correct manner. May Allah bless us all. Inshallah, see you all tomorrow with verse number 19. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.